Hi, it's Tori, aka Nostalgic Threads, and welcome back for another video. Got here. I brought some of my old bags, and they give us reusable bags every time we come source, so I try to bring them back. I also use them as garment bags at the flea market, so honestly getting these from here are super helpful. I'll take you into my favorite place. Keep on watching if you want to learn all about rag houses. We checked in, trying to be as COVID safe as possible. Okay, I'm gonna check in with Aria and Joe in a little bit, but I'm just gonna start digging. Oh, that's exciting. All right. Basically, we all get a bin and then we all just kind of like put it in there. There's some of their curated racks. I feel like this is like their outerwear, like their premium outerwear. They do designer. I feel like this is Aria's special rack, and then we got a cute denim rack, and then all the stuff in these bins are like new inventory. So you'll watch me dig through all this stuff right now. All right, we did a little lunch break. Now I'm gonna talk to Joe and Aria. We're gonna introduce you to my besties at LA Vintage, and then we'll do a little tour, and I'll kind of like show you some of the finds that I pick up. So we'll see you in a little bit. All right, here's the LA Vintage squad.
I'm Joe. I am the vintage curator here.
And I'm Aria, and I'm allegedly the lead curator, but Joe and I do the same jobs.
How long have both of you been here, and how does the rag house work?
I started here over a year ago. I started in January of 2021. After a while of being here, I was like, I need help. There's a lot of clothes here. There's a lot of work to do. So we hired Joe in July. So he's been here about 8 months now. How does it work? The textile recycling and exporting facility. So we get all the raw materials, everything that doesn't sell in thrift stores in a timely manner, plus like stuff that's donated to those boxes you see at the gas station or whatever that benefit nonprofits. We pay the nonprofits directly for the stuff in those boxes, which is how they make money. And then it gets here.
And once it's here, well, it gets here in like bales of like 1,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds. There are like a bunch of sorters in the warehouse. A bunch of amazing ladies who've been trained to know like what it is that we're looking for, all the amazing treasures that you see here. So they sort through stuff, and then it goes through the vintage department before us, who are like the filters. And they kind of know what we're looking for, what our buyers are looking for. Like they come in here, they see like what you guys are taking, so they know what to pick for us. And they put it all in carts, and then it comes in here. That mess that you have behind you. It's a busy month, which is good for us.
Good. Definitely excited to see a new, like, invigorated interest in buying sustainably secondhand. Honestly, a lot of the stuff that comes through here, you'd be amazed, isn't even secondhand. A lot of it's dead stock.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just like, you know, mass-produced stuff from the 70s all the way through the 90s. People started outsourcing labor around like the 70s, 80s to other countries to mass-produce textiles. You'll start to see a lot of dead stock from that time period, which is kind of a bummer because that means like nobody enjoyed it the first time. We always play a game where we'll find stuff with tags still on it. We'll try to guess like what the manufacturer suggested retail price was down
We're getting
to.
pretty good at it.
Yeah, we can get it usually within a couple dollars. And it's interesting to see the quality of clothing from a long time ago versus the stuff that we get now. We really like the older stuff. It's a lot more exciting.
70s, 80s is our
80s
stuff.
is ours.
We love 80s.
Yeah, we love 80s.
What's in that bag behind you guys?
Okay, so as I'm sure you can imagine, we love vintage more than anything in the world, and working here we see a lot of it, so it's really hard to not pick stuff for yourself. So we thought show you guys kind of some stuff that we think is really cool that we want for ourselves. It's my Fucci purse. That's what we call fake Gucci. We also have Louis Vuitton and Prada. But so this is my Fucci purse I found this week. I just like the cognac color, but it's like, yeah, definitely fake.
Ron and Abel the other day found this and they said, Joe, we have something for you. And they know me so well. They got me this beautiful Grinch fake Prada purse made from Grinch for himself.
Yeah.
And we like things with texture. Tapestry, velvety 70s moment bag.
You can fit 2 bottles of wine in there.
2.
So I found these. These are a Van Gogh print of the sunflowers. They just happen to be my size, so they're obviously for me.
So Ari and I are fans of The Fifth Element, and this is our Fifth Element alien singing opera moment. This is her. This is the one.
Let's get some like weirder stuff. I know I have weird stuff in here.
We like floral. We like fur.
Ooh.
We like prints.
Where is all your stuff, Joe?
Cow print.
This is all mine.
So you should go.
What happened?
We like ruffles.
This
We
is
like
yours.
going to the opera. We like 80s moments.
Yes, we
all
do.
the time.
Colors. What would you say draws you to the 80s?
I think for me, I really like conspicuous wealth, like looking like you have a lot of money, even if you don't.
Yep.
Even if you don't.
So stuff like this Versace looking bathing suit, it's the elegance. In the 80s, it was like a time of like, we were really concentrated on like the merit, like, oh, work hard and you can succeed, like the idea of the American dream. So to me, looking like I'm embodying, like manifesting wealth, like, you know, I want to look wealthy without actually having to spend a lot of money. Couple more things, show and tell.
Oh,
Yeah. Depression era. This is like 1920s, like flapper, realness, and it beaded never survives.
Do you need a mirror, darling? Powder your nose.
And for my last item,
For my last trick,
I will show you my kitty fairies. I mean, who doesn't like cats and fairies? Come on.
okay, this is a really must.
Oh.
See.
Yes!
Oh,
Over
here.
here.
Yes.
Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Yeah. Listen,
Cute.
we need some hype.
And now we have to put it all back.
The fun part. So this is what the aftermath of sourcing looks like. Basically, I just lay everything out on the ground and I start kind of piling everything into categories. And I know this pile only makes sense to me, but you know, we got our jackets, sweaters, sweatshirts, bottoms, t-shirts, bags, and then I'm also getting a bunch of dresses because I'm really, I don't know, my sister and I have been doing more photo shoots lately and I think this would be fun to play around with. But yep, here's the little Holly haul.
So because we're wholesale, we're not open to the public, which for people who do vintage for a living is a good thing, because if you've ever been to the bins or Goodwill, you know there's like a lot of competition and there's long lines and you got to go through a lot just to find like one good banger. But wholesale is a great option if you have a brick and mortar store, if you sell online, Depop, farmers markets. Of course, we're a great option. We do require a reseller's permit. Tax exemption. Okay. So we do require a reseller's permit, which is just a tax exemption document you can file, but that way you can come buy wholesale here.
Yeah, you just need to call ahead of time to make an appointment, so we'll squeeze you into our busy schedule.
Very busy.
I guess all we ask is that you are open to buying a lot of different things, not just one or two things.
We go through a lot of barrels every single day, all of this raw material. We personally sort about 2,000 to 4,000 pounds a day, which is a lot. Obviously, we like to move volume, so if you're open to, you know, expanding your specs and going for, you know, not just t-shirts, but like denim and dresses and older stuff and 90s and Y2K. Like, the more you're looking for, the more expansive and the more imaginative your collection is, the more likely it is that you're gonna find what you're looking for here.
Come visit us.
Come visit us.
All right, we did the video. That was so fun. I think they closed the door on Aria. Did you hear me? I was literally like, close the door on her. But she made it.